Philippians 3 and 8.
All praise
Yea,
to the Most High.
doubtless,
We bring the
without a
Sabbath
doubt. And
in,
I count all things but loss for
overlooking
the
the
excellency of
pyramids,
the knowledge of
Jesus,
Christ Yahshua my Lord,
casting
for
the
whom I have
luminous.
suffered the
Check the
loss of
sun.
all things,
The sun is
and do
setting
count them but dung,
in the east.
that I may win Christ.
Wow. All praise to the Most High.
Yeah. I know how it feel to be well respected. Been there, done that. I know how it feel to finally get who you dream of. Being love, yeah, being love. I know how it feel to have so much money. You be glad you didn't choose that over this. I thought that on the way before I ever lived this up, yeah. We let them have that. And I just want you to know. I just want you to know. Yeah. And I just want you to know what this is. This is better. And I just want you to know. I just want you to know. This right here, this right here. And I just want you to witness some of this. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. I know how it feels to explode with anger. Yeah, you finally fly off the end. Yeah, when your enemy realize he's got that one. Yeah, when you get the flash in them. I know how it feels to unleash that pressure. You won't even build that up no more. But when you got this, you never even build that up. No, no. And I just want you to know. Yeah. I just want you to know. And I just want you to know what this is. That ain't got nothing to do. And I just want you to know. And I just want you to know. You gotta see this for yourself. And I just want you to witness some of this thing. You gotta feel this with your own soul. I promise I don't think I'm no better than you.
All right, we are live. We're back on Thief. Thief, we're dealing with that. Well, Thief stands for travel, health, investing, exercise, and that freedom life. And once again, we beating that health aspect of Thief. We just beating it down. We can't get enough of health. We got a real live relic on my channel today. We got an 80-year-old woman that's living in America medical free. Big pharma free. No drugs. And guess what? She's my mother. Mother, tell people who you are and about yourself.
Hello, I'm Laverne Tolliver, 80 years old. I'm a retired educator. I was married in 1969 to Willie Tolliver. And in this union, we had two sons, Tony Tolliver, Travis Tolliver. And in November 2019, the love of my life departed. And I still have the memories that we shared. They will always be in my heart. I'm so happy to be here with you this evening and to share information that might help someone who's out listening. I hope so. So sit back and enjoy.
Oh, okay. Now, a couple years back, he was diagnosed with diabetes.
Type 2 diabetes, that is correct.
Type 2 diabetes. And back then, you had all the symptoms. You were always hungry.
Yes, I stayed home a lot. I would sleep a lot. Anytime I would sit down, I would fall asleep.
Yeah, that's the obvious symptom.
I had to stay in the restroom quite a bit. That was a part of the
symptom. Yes.
And I never could fill up. I was always hungry.
Okay.
I had to eat all the time. And if I didn't, I would get really cranky, really nervous. And the only thing that would settle that would be eating.
You was
yes.
How much? What did you weigh back then? About 2?
I was in the 200 bracket. I would say probably about
240.
14, 218, between 214 and 218.
Okay, I have pictures now. I have pictures with me. Me and you went to Medellin, Colombia, back in 2017. I remember you was the biggest. You was the
Yeah,
biggest thing in Medellin.
that's very true. That's very
You
true.
was the biggest thing walking around Medellin, Colombia.
They were out walking, and
Yeah.
I could barely keep up.
Hey, I got
Walking.
receipts. Hold on, I got receipts to this. Hold on, hold on. Let's show people. You was the biggest. Look, shout out to Gabby. Look at Gabby. You made 4, Gabby.
Exactly. That's exactly.
But okay, now let's serious up. Right here in this picture, you was a type 2 diabetic. Now,
Actually, I was a type 2, and right before I took that trip, about 3 weeks before I took the trip, I had a doctor's appointment that I went, and at that time, she went to go ahead and prescribe metformin for me because she said that I need to be taking it now on a daily basis. So, and that also that same day, she was saying that I needed to take the shingles
oh
vaccine.
really?
So
Oh,
that
she was gonna hook you up, huh?
I don't want
Metformin and a vaccine, man.
I don't shingles
Whoa.
vaccine. So I said, hold up on the metformin. I said,
Well, hold up now. Why not? Why you didn't take a vaccine?
oh no, because I didn't want to take it because I had read about it, and they said it's a
Okay.
possibility once they give you that, you might have a reaction and you might actually have it. And I never had chicken pox. So they said with chicken pox, sometimes that'll hold, the virus where it could come back. And I never had that. So I was afraid. And I told her no. And so she really kind of got offended.
Then you tell me she got mad at you, right?
She got very offended, and she said that she was the medical provider there, and she felt that she knew more about what I needed than I did. So I told her, I said, well, yes, I understand what you're saying. I said, but I have control of my body, and I will let you know how I feel, and I'm not going to take anything just to please you. So I said, I'll be back. So I left, and I never did go back. I never did go back to that office. I didn't like the way she approached it. And she was like, she was constantly writing prescriptions, constantly. If it wasn't metformin, it was different types of cholesterol, different types of blood pressure. She was constantly just, I mean.
Well, hold on, Mama. Did she ever mention anything to take, Miss Tyler, you should get more sun, you should exercise? It was just
No,
a prescription.
no. Nothing of that magnitude. Nothing of a natural aspects. It was
Okay.
always fighting prescriptions.
Now, later on I found out, and I couldn't understand when you first told me the story. Why is she getting upset because you don't want medication? Then I find out later that they get incentivized from big pharma. So it's a financial interest of these doctors for you to be on the medication. So that's why she got mad when you was like, "Nah, I don't want that because you mess with her pockets." So boom.
Got very
So,
upset.
so you can honestly say, we can say that these doctors really have a financial interest to keep you medicated. Is that fair?
I'm not gonna say all doctors would fall in that category.
But how about her? She was.
Well, she wasn't really, yes, you're gonna have.
Yeah, we ain't gonna call her name out, but obviously this woman had a financial interest in keeping you medicated.
All of it. No, I wouldn't say all, but
No.
A high percentage would be into that.
Well, how about her?
Yes,
Okay.
And I checked patients that she was seeing, and someone I knew, and she was. This particular person says she just keeps me overflowed with prescriptions. So that she seemed to have a pattern for that. So that's why I kind of, I just completely left. I left. I never did go back to her.
Okay, let's fast forward to right now. You are on no medication. Your blood sugar is totally normal. Let me ask you, during this time, wasn't you diagnosed with high blood pressure also?
Yes, I had me on blood pressure medication. I would
Were you taking it back then?
oh yes, yes. When I was going to her, I went to her for about 5 years. Yes. And I would go like every year, for a yearly checkup, And when I was, younger, probably I would say, um, she, she did insist that I watch my weight and exercise. That was what I was
Now
10
this was
years younger than I am now. And
this
I
was a
always,
picture. This was a
yes.
picture of you on your 80th birthday. Now look at you now. We just saw that. We just saw the picture of you. Now look at that. Look at that glow, man. You glowing more than me.
When I started doing
I mean,
research,
I obviously got a suntan, but we can't get you out in the sun. But man, look at that.
yeah,
Look at that. Look at that glow. Whoa. Now
yeah.
let's get to it. How did you shake off diabetes and shake off blood pressure? What did you do? What? Tell me. Let's talk about this diet you was on.
Well, I was on a keto diet. A
What?
keto.
Keto. So
Uh-huh.
okay. So keto. Let me help you out. You was a low carb diet, high fat.
Low carb. Low carb.
Oh man. Now you
Low
you
carb.
also told me you
Also enforce fasting with that diet.
okay. I remember you was telling me you would do the 16-8 for a little while, and then you was constantly switching up. I would talk to you on the phone. You said you go from 16-8, then you'll do the 20-24. So that means you'll go 20 hours, don't eat, then you'll eat for 4 hours. And
Exactly.
then for a while you ate one meal a day.
I had one meal a day. And then I just went for 5 days. Only thing I would put into the body would be water. I would have, black coffee, a tea. And during that week, I did feel, a little,
Hold up now. Hold up. You went 5 days or 5-day fast?
fasting, 5 days, 5 days.
Whoa, man,
That
isn't that amazing?
long. That was the longest, and it was very, very difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say it was like a breeze. It was very difficult. The first 2 days, it was not easy. It was not easy at all.
Mm.
But after the third day, going into the fourth day, I started feeling a little better. The body kind of basically, I wasn't as weak as I was during the first 3 days. I started feeling a little better on the fourth
Okay.
day. And I think that in itself, that fasting cleaned and cleared a lot
Oh yeah.
from my gut. And it just basically, I just felt like a different person.
Mm. Let me ask you, how many times a year you would fast like this?
Huh?
How many times a year you would do these long fasts?
Well, I usually, I would say probably long fast in 5 days as long as I've been.
No, I'm saying how many times a year? Like how frequent you would do this?
Oh, I usually go within a year. I would probably do at least around four. Around four.
Four times a year. Okay, all right.
Around 4. Mm-hmm.
4 times. Okay, that yeah.
Because
I've heard
something about it. I just, you would have to experience it to really understand what I'm saying. The body just completely
cleans itself up.
It's a cleanser system too for the all your organs.
Mm. Now hold up. Now you started out with maybe a 24-hour fast, and then you kind of build. I remember you used to talk. You would say, I'm doing a 24-hour fast, and then one time I called you, you said I'm doing a 3-day fast. So you build up to it.
I build up. You have to.
You just didn't jump out. You can
first day and do a 5-day. It takes time, and you have to build your body up to that.
Okay, so you just didn't jump out then with 5 days.
No.
Okay,
and
great.
Me, and the fact that I have retired, it's easier for me to do that. I can kind of set my schedule different than someone who's working now. If you're working, you'll have to take another approach,
Yeah.
Being retired, it's easy for me to work out with my fasting. But for somebody who,
yeah,
working, you always can work out whatever. You can take your coffee or your water with you and the thermos, whatever.
So doing these long fasts, you would drink water, black coffee, and
tea.
And tea. Okay. All right. How long
The,
did you do keto?
the coffee would be completely black. No
Okay.
cream, black.
Great. How long did you do keto?
Oh, I was on keto for at least 5 to 6 months.
Oh, okay, so okay, you did it. Okay. Now, what's your diet like now? What do you eat now?
Well, my diet right now, I will do a little carbs, not overindulge, but I would go, with my meats. I go with all grass-fed meats. I go
What?
with the
Oh, who?
grass-fed meat.
Yeah, I know.
My hamburgers. I deal. I eat a lot of bison. Um,
Oh man.
Just chicken. There was chicken,
But,
fish.
but you eat a lot of red meat, a lot of bison, a lot of beef.
I don't see anything wrong. It
What
makes
you have
it
a
works for me.
what you
It
have
works.
what you have for dinner tonight?
But tonight I had vegetables. I had squash. I had asparagus. I had sweet potato. I had wagyu steak.
Who? A what? Oh man, you eat wagyu over there?
Smothered onions and
Ooh, you eat good. A wagyu. Oh man.
I had wagyu, yeah, and it
Okay.
was delicious.
So right now, at 80 years old, you get up. Do you get up in the morning? Oh, you aching? You sore? Is your back cracking?
No, I don't have any arthritis. I don't have any aches in my back. I don't have any aches or anything. I get up early. I'm an early riser. And basically, I
Now,
go
Mama,
through.
I work in the life insurance industry. I talk to people your age. You are a real live relic. I've never talked to one person. Everybody I talk to, everybody's on high blood pressure medication. And if it's not high blood pressure, it's diabetes, and then it's cholesterol, and then uh they love to put them on psychotropics and
Oh,
antidepressants. Oh man.
yeah, I was on blood pressure for quite a while. They went from 5 milligrams to 10 milligrams,
Okay.
start climbing up higher. But
Now, 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 would you say? And I've said this before. It's a scam, right?
yes, because what you put in your body, what you take, eating the right foods, taking the right herbs, putting in the right things will keep your body wholesome where you can have a productive life. When you go and you fill it up with this pill, this pill, this pill, you think you're doing something great for your body, but the main thing is it's basically destroying the organs.
Mm.
Basically, that's what it's doing. So what you put in your body is the key to your longevity.
You told me you take black seed oil. You take that, right?
I take black seed oil. I take cod liver oil. I take organs. I got
What?
pills
Oh,
from the organs, from the
oh
heart,
man.
from the kidneys.
Woo.
Listen, I take what I need. That's why I have energy. I'm never
How much?
tired.
How much energy you got?
Huh?
How much energy you got?
Oh my goodness. I get up early in the morning. I take care of my routine. I take care of my hygiene. I keep my house in order. Uh, very, active, not tired at all. My mind is sharp.
Okay.
No problem with dementia, forgetting where you put this down, or not able to function.
I know. I noticed. I noticed when people. I've noticed a lot of people would get in the 80s. They repeat themselves. You never repeat yourself.
But I have to give praises to my Father, the Most High, for
What?
all of this,
Okay. All praises.
because without the guidance from my Father,
That wisdom.
and without having the wisdom
Yes.
and
Holy Spirit.
understanding, being able to read and do my research and understand what goes into my body is the most important key that anyone can follow. You're not going just because you have a medical degree, not knocking anyone in the medical profession. That's not the purpose of this. You have to research it yourself See, does this work for me? You look at history and you go back many, many years ago, and you look at our early people. Herbs has advantages to the body. The only thing about it, you have to be patient. It doesn't work overnight compared to your pharmaceutical drugs. It's not going to work that fast. But if you stay with it, understand the importance of it, you will find you'll be a lot healthier than people that you're taking 10 and 15 pills a day. It's very sad. It's very sad. I've seen it firsthand because I saw it with my mother. So I can take a personal stand on it because I witnessed my mother through the pharmaceuticals and how
Mama, you have much wisdom. We had this conversation before. You told me you remember a time when no one took medication.
When I was growing up,
yeah, speak on that.
People, when I was growing up, and that's, I'm 80 years old, so that goes back in history. Most of the people that I knew, they made their medicine. They had their own remedies, made their own medicine. My grandmother, my father, I don't know what you think about my father taking that much to a doctor, or my mother, as far as, with medication. Never had it. My grandmother's sister, Miss Irma Bazell, she made her own medication. She was walking out her back door, and a piece of the wood kind of fell through, and her leg kind of went into this open space. Well, she treated it with medication that she made, and said that it's just going to take a little while. Her friend of hers son had just finished medical school and was a doctor, and he told her that he was going to call him and have him come by and take a look at it. So he did, and he looked at it. He said, "Oh, you need penicillin." She said, "Well, I've been taking the medication she had made." She said, "I've been taking this. It's not going to take up probably about 2 or 3 days for it to take care of it. It's not going to happen instantaneously." He said, "Well, penicillin." So at that time, back in that,
penicillin is synthetic.
She wasn't aware that her body would reject penicillin. But anyway, he gave her a needle, and instantaneously after she took the needle, she fell dead in the chair.
Whoa.
So what I'm saying, that's a mystery right there. She died from the penicillin was given to her. The medication that she was taking, it's like I said, you have to be patient. If you're taking herbs, it's not something going to happen overnight. You have to be patient. She was taking medication, but I guess, that was unfortunate. But she died.
Penicillin is synthetic, and oh man, yeah. Well, you can read between the lines of that.
Exactly. And
but
so
you put forth, man, this is gonna really touch a lot of people to show an 80-year-old.
Well, like I said, I was growing up, no. Well, you didn't hear of all of this, all of these people, most of the people now, you're in the insurance business, so you know firsthand that the ones you talk to, they're highly medicated, highly, to the point where
the entire population.
You look at it and you think about it, and you still look at people who today are suffering from cancer, suffering from dementia, suffering from diabetes, heart problems. I mean, a high number. Yeah. So it makes you wonder. And when you wonder, like I am, I go get my books and I do my research.
There you go.
And that keeps me motivated, keeps me going. And if anybody out there is listening, I hope and wish you the best. Keep your longevity as long as you can. Question medication, question the effects it has on the body. It might affect one thing, it cause damage to another area of the body. Be very cautious. Just don't put it in your body because your doctor said so. I mean, you know, they don't have a magic wand. So just check it for yourself. It is your body. And for you to keep it, you have to be cautious what you put in it. And you got to be cautious of the food and things that you put into the body to keep it in a healthy manner.
So you said if people want to be med free like you, watch what they eat superfoods, the best meats, organic vegetables,
And take
research,
a lot of herbs,
take a lot of herbs, take good herbs, black
Take
seed
the
oil, cod liver oil, fish oil. That is life. Yes, and you can be 80 years old walking around here, medical
That life. That is life. You have to do it every day.
every day. All right.
It's every day. It's not like, well, I'm gonna do it Monday and I'll go back to it Friday. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to treat your body with the highest care, and it takes an everyday visit. You can do it, but you got to have determination. You have to research, think. It's your body. And if you want to preserve it as long as you can, it takes work and preparation. It doesn't happen instantaneously. You have to put forth the work.
Wise words. Thank you for coming on the channel. If this don't touch nobody, to see an 80-year-old woman is med free and feeling amazing, then nothing will touch them. So thank you for coming on, mother. I'll praise to the Most High for life and wisdom. And I'll give you a call later on the night. And thank you. Any
Thank
last
you.
words?
Shalom.
Shalom. All right.